What's up, guys? EPIC SDG, and today I'd like to bring you a game I found in the Xbox One store. It's called Sheltered. Now, I can't really remember where I saw this. When I saw the name, it jumped out at me. If I'm not mistaken, it was an 8-bit pixelated type survival game with a pair of adults and a pair of children. And the whole thing is you gotta survive. Think like Terraria style 2D graphics, but a little more pixelated, and it's a side-scrolling in a finite field of view. But let's start the show. Alright folks, this game reminds me of a bunch of different games. We're thinking the strategy of Safe House Diaries and This War Is Mine, and the side-scrolling of Valiant Hearts. And we're going to jump right into character creation, and we're going to fumble right through this.
Get it right, left in the dark, but there's a light. Oh, 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 you're the one. Oh, 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 my only one. Oh, oh, you're the one.
Alright guys, now this is going to be a bit of a color commentary, and I am going to walk you through everything that I am actually doing, when I remember to do so, that is. I've never been like a huge fan of games like The Sims, or like a lot of real point and clicky games like this, but it seemed like it might be fun. This is definitely, you could definitely tell this is a PC game that was translated to Xbox One and PlayStation 4, and please, 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 make sure when you send people outside that you close your door. And a couple things kept happening to me later in the game. We'll talk about that then once the tutorial gets over, while we're sitting still talking about the game. And like I said, a couple of weird things happened to me. Like, my people kept getting radiation poisoning, and I'm so stupid because I just could not figure out why everyone was getting radiation poisoning. When I say everyone, I mean everyone. Like, we all did something, and then we had radiation poisoning, like everyone. And what made it twice as bad is that the adults had food poisoning, and the adults both had food poisoning, and they were like throwing up everywhere. And you'll see that in like part 2 or 3. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly how many episodes I'm gonna make this little gameplay, but it was bad. I'm like, I feel like I'm not gonna survive the apocalypse now when this happens. I can't deal with radiation, it seems. But the game is really simple, really point and click. Everything is, first time you play through, if you've never played like this style of game, or this game in particular, you might not be properly situated with all of the things that you can actually go and do, and there's a lot of options, which is going to throw people off at first. But after day 1 or 2, you'll kind of get a feel or a flow for what's exactly happening. And right now, you see my guy, he's trying to upgrade my generator. Now, the reason I'm upgrading my generator is the first thing I do is not because I felt like that would be an awesome idea. The damn kids and the wife and the husband just kept saying like, yeah, we have enough parts to upgrade this. I didn't know what they were talking about, so I assumed they were talking about upgrade the thing that was right there. So I think that makes sense to me. So there's different things in different areas. So we're gonna try to go into the craft item menu and like make something. And once again, I had no idea what to actually make at first. I think I just like made gas mask or something, but basically I had no idea what to do. So right now I'm just looking around, and I figure I'd read the journal, and we're gonna read the journal we're gonna read the journals super cinematically, because I just think it's funny, and that'll give you a feel of how terribly I'm playing this game. So right now our Geiger counter is at 0, which is fantastic. hazmat suits, you know, the intercom, simple stuff. And I'm not gonna talk throughout this entire thing because I don't want to bore you with that. Right? That'd be terrible. And I fixed a generator. God damn it, I'm awesome. But well, right now I'm just really trying to figure out what to do, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, I'm just kind of clicking stuff, hoping that the game will tell me what to do. Because I'm like, it's day one, so you don't really know what to do. But no, this game refuses to hold your hand, and now we're going to read the diary. Journal entry. Day 1. After the apocalypse. We're all alone. We only have each other for support. To whom reads this? In the future, this is our head count. Silk, Cynthia, Michelle, Michael, and our pet cat Holly. I can't believe we found this place. And it's a bit rough around the edges, but it'll give us good protection from the elements. Hopefully no one finds us down here, because we just want some peace. My apologies for the very cinematic reading. I figured I'd just do something a little different, you know? I mean, give you guys a taste of what it might feel like to be in the apocalypse. So, right now, as I told you previously, I'm just trying to wrap my head around the game. I don't really understand all the mechanics yet. The workbench, as you can see, is in 5 tiers. Right now, I only have tier 1. So I can't really make anything that I would think off the hand I would find useful. That doesn't mean that some things won't be useful. Now, at this point I'm thinking, God, what can I make to best benefit the whole clan? And the only thing that makes sense is a bed, because after you look around for day 1, I don't know if this is like procedurally randomly generated or what, but when you look around day 1, there's no place for everyone to sleep. So you just kind of show up, there's some food, there's some meds, there's a water unit, a generator, but you have no place to sleep. And if you know anything about not sleeping in real life, you know for a fact that one of the most important things that you can get in a stressful situation is actual rest. Now, I've been on different issues where I've been a week, like solid for 3 or 4 days straight. Can't get into what those were, but it's just one of those things where once you wind up missing sleep, you realize just how much you actually need it. And I think it's like, 10 days if you go without sleep before you start, before you actually go off the deep end and go full-blown crazy. Like, when insomnia sets in 3 or 4 days before that, you're already bad off, but you got to make sure they got someplace to sleep. So now, once again, the primary focus that I would take away from a game like this is gather resources, use those resources to make things so that you can be comfortable when you're surviving in the wasteland. Now, something I thought was really neat about this is everyone can make things, and by everyone I mean everyone. Your kids can build shit, but depending on certain factors like strength, intelligence, etc., that will determine how long the skill actually takes them. That's why I have the wife building stuff, because she's like violent, or the violent preset if you caught that through the fast forward. So she's like really strong. She's like stronger than like my main character. So I have her building things inside the house. So I think I'm gonna send my guy outside to do some work, or like, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell to do. And I've opened this up to radiation. Like I told you, if no one's going outside, please, God almighty, keep the doors closed. Because if you don't keep the doors closed, you will regret that. So we're looking around, and we're seeing up here. I'm like, holy shit, there's a van up here. Why would there be a van up here? I'm assuming this is how the fuck we're getting out of here, because you have to survive. Rule 101 about survival. Survive. I know that sounds stupid when you say it out loud like that, but no, really. You want to survive in a place safe long enough to be able to move to a better, safer location. You can't ride things out What you see me doing here, I'm just looking at the map, trying to get a feel of what's around me, which is nothing because we don't know anything about this area. But we'll get more to that, I believe, in a later video. I'm not really sure. But you want to be able to be mobile in the event of something happens. A nuke might be coming. I'm like, this is a bomb shelter, so you might be fine. Then again, you might not. So you need a way to be able to get out. And the whole goal is, like I said, to stay here until you have to or you can leave. And then you go and you find someplace better. Now, we're getting to the point where you're going to start seeing red icons pop up over people's heads a la The Sims. So, baby girl is thirsty. Cynthia needs something to drink. Took her up. And I believe when Cynthia got thirsty the first time, this is where the shit went all downhill. And holy fucking shit, we survived today too. Cat's kind of walking around. If you look next to or under the bed, I think that's shit. I'm not particularly certain, but I think that it is. And I left my door open, so there's probably a bunch of radiation sitting in my chamber that's supposed to keep clean. So now we're gonna send somebody out to go get stuff, and it's the beginning, so we're gonna send the men out. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Let the ladies hang out in the house and get stuff done, and make the men go do the heavy lifting. So I'm going to take my boy, and we're gonna go get started. Now, I only go one place on this map, but you can go multiple places on the map. And just because I'm trying to find some stuff, I want to see what's out there. I have no idea what's out there. So, right here in the Expedition loadout, you can put stuff in people's inventory or in the inventory of both characters, so they have stuff if they need it. And you can equip them with stuff. Do not send anyone outside the vault on an expedition without a gas mask. They will come back radiated and angry at you and everyone else. So make sure just to give them gas masks, and if you got like pipes, give them pipes too, because they're better weapons than not being armed whatsoever, because they might get mugged on the way back or something. You never know in these type of games. Stuff like that used to happen in Zape House Diaries. No, not Zape House Diaries, excuse me. It used to happen in This War of Mine, where you'd get robbed. I'm like, I haven't experienced that in like the 60-minute trial that I have of this game, but you know, stranger things have happened. So, as you can see, I'm just basically fumbling around, trying to figure out what goes in here. Pipe. Ooh, maybe we take some wood. Nope, it's not a plank, so you can't beat people with it. So, in a second, we're gonna get the party on its way. Let them go. Now we didn't have them put on hazmat suits because they're going long distance. So they should be fine. I can't guarantee that, but I'm pretty sure they'll be fine. So they're waiting to go in. And they will sit there. They will not open the door on their own. They will just sit there and wait and wait and wait until you let them in. Don't open the front door before you open the back door. And they are going to go find us some stuff. And guys, I think we're going to close it out here, and we're going to tell you what happened on the way back as soon as it's over. This is SDG signing out. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, guys.